Hello everybody, my name is Filipe Cruz. I'm from HAKKEN and today I'll be running this training session regarding incident management in your new tool KCB Service Management. So this is the table of contents for our training session today. First, a quick summary of our training session. Second, the main concepts behind incident management. How to access the tool, okay? And in the end, some instructions on how to operate on the tool with a live presentation of the solution, okay? So, first of all, this training session has some goals, okay? First one is to clarify what is an incident, okay? What's the definition of an incident? Second, present you the incident management workflow, okay? So you can have a deep understanding end to end and what's happening with your incident when you submit it. And last, provide the users with the knowledge to open incidents, approve and resolve them, okay? So first of all, this tool, KCB Service Manager, is composed by two different portals, the self-service portal and the operators portal. So the self-service portal will be used by end users. So an end user can be everybody, any person inside KCB, okay? It's someone that goes to the tool to submit an incident, to order a service request, to search the knowledge base, okay? So this portal, the self-service portal, will be used by the end users and by the approvers, every person that needs to approve. Usually, we are talking about head of departments, branch managers and SQC managers, okay? But since they can delegate approvals on another person, so everybody can be an approver, okay? So this self-service portal will be hosting two types of records, incidents, okay, and service catalog interactions, okay. These interactions are records created when you submit a change or when you order a service request, okay. So these records will then move to the operators portal, or better, they will appear in the operators portal, okay. That portal will be only accessible by operators, by people in the different teams that need to resolve incidents or to implement changes and fulfill service requests. Okay, so in the operators portal, different operators will see incidents. They will see changes and requests. Okay, changes and requests will be generated automatically based on the interactions. Okay, and then they'll see problems. Okay. So the scope of our training session today will be incident management only, okay? So, what is an incident? Well, this is very simple, it's a simple concept. An incident is a record that registers a service disruption or degradation, okay? Try to think like this. An incident represents something that is not working, something that needs to be fixed as soon as possible because it's impacting one or more users. For example, there's a failure in a router. T24 is running slow, or T24 is down. Your email platform, the Exchange, is down. All of those examples relate to incidents. If something needs to be fixed, then it's an incident, okay? For example, if you cannot access transware because you don't have access, in those cases, you need to order a service request. It's not an incident. Of course that you cannot enter in the system, but you cannot enter because you don't have access. So you need to request a new access. In that case, it's not incident, it's a service request, okay? Try to memorize that. If it needs to be fixed, then it's an incident, okay? So incidents can be followed up by the creators, by the users that submitted them in the self-service portal, and they need to be approved by the branch manager, the SQC manager, or the head of department. So why? This is very simple. In the past, in the previous, with your previous tool, you had some people that were responsible to log all the incidents. Okay. Right now, with this new tool, all the members, all the the users of KCB will be able to log incidents. Okay, but those incidents need to be reviewed by the head of department or by a superior, so that's why they need to be approved. Okay, if we are talking about, for example, my laptop is not working, I need it to be fixed, in those cases the approval is not that important. But if we are talking about, I have a problem with my profile, my teller profile, then we are talking about sensitive information, and in those cases those records really need to be approved by someone. Okay, so I presented you with the concept, the incident, something that needs to be fixed. Okay, so in terms of workflow in the tool, how is this going to work? So the user submits an incident in the self-service portal, okay, and a record will be generated. An incident starting with SD and then some numbers, okay, the ID of the record. And that incident needs to be approved by the head of department, the branch manager, or the SQC manager, okay. So that person can deny the record, okay, the record can be rejected, or he can approve it, okay. Most of the times the records will be approved, okay. So the moment the head of department approves, the flow will move to the operator's portal, okay, and the record will be assigned to a team, okay, and inside the team the record will be assigned to a particular operator, okay, to a particular member of that team. So that operator will be responsible to investigate and resolve the incident. Okay. After resolving the incident, the flow will move back again to the self-service portal, to the user, the person who submitted. That person will have the final word regarding the incident. Why? Because the user needs to validate the solution. Okay. Sometimes the operators solve the incident. They think that the incident is solved, but the incident is not solved. There's a problem, there's something that needs to be configured. So the user needs to validate and tell or to inform that the solution is okay, everything is okay with the solution, or in the other hand, that no, this solution is not working, please review it. So if the user, for example, submits an incident regarding the email account, for example, I cannot access my email account. Okay, there's an operator investigating and resolving, and then the incident is resolved. But the user tries to access the email account and he is not able. So in that case, the user will reject the solution. He will insert some comments saying what is not working. The operator needs to investigate and to resolve again the incident. Okay, and the flow will move again to the self-service portal and to the user. Then the user will test again the solution, and if everything is okay, then he will accept the solution and the record will be closed. Okay. If the user does not provide any feedback during 3 days after the incident is resolved, then the incident will be automatically closed. Okay. So if you are an end user, you just need to interact with the tool here in this phase, in the first one, to submit, and in the end to approve or to deny the solution. If you are a head of department, you just need, after the incident is created, you need to approve or deny it. If you are an approver, then you will interact with the incident in the operator's portal, investigating and resolving the incident. Okay. So how is this going to be mapped in the tool in terms of workflow inside the tool? So this is the workflow of incident management. Okay. So the first phase is the logging phase. This is when the user, the end user, logs in the tool and creates the incident. After being logged, the incident will move to the approval phase, where the head of department needs to approve or to deny. As you can see, if the approver denies, then the flow will move to the closure phase. It will be automatically closed. If the approver accepts this incident, then it will move to the categorization phase. Both categorization and work in progress phases are assigned to operators, to specific operators. So those operators will be responsible to first categorize the incident in terms of the impact, to check if the description contains all the proper information, and in some cases to reassign the record to another team. Okay, because most of the times, in most of the categories of the incidents, the records will be assigned to the service desk, to the IT call center team. Then that team needs to reassign to the proper team that will handle the incident. Okay. After the incident is assigned to a particular member, that member will move the records to the work in progress phase. So in that phase, he will start investigating and resolving the incident. But sometimes, of course, the operator needs additional information that only the end user, the person who submitted the incident, is able to provide. So there's an option to request that information, and after requesting the information, the workflow will move to the suspended phase. In this phase, the SLA will not be working. Okay, so since you are waiting for an answer of the end user, the operators should not be penalized in terms of the time they are taking to resolve the incident. So the incident will be suspended. Then, after the operator updates the incident, the flow will move again to the work in progress phase, and the operator will continue his work. Okay. After resolving the incident, the flow will move to the review phase. So in this phase, the end user needs to analyze the solution, accepting it or rejecting it. If he rejects, then the workflow will move to the work in progress phase. If he approves, it will move to the closure phase. Okay. If you remember, as I told you before, in the review phase, if there is no update from the end user during 3 days after the record is resolved, it will move automatically to the closure phase. Okay. So, after this, it's time for us to move to the live presentation. Before that, please keep in mind these links. Okay. These links are for the UAT environment. Okay. These will not be used in the production environment, in the final environment of the tool. Please ask for that information in the future, or maybe this information will be provided to you by email address. Okay. But the only thing that will change is the name of the server. Okay. Because in order to access the self-service portal, for example, you will need to a URL that will end in ess.do. ESS meaning employee self-service. Okay, and then you have the operator's portal that will end in index.do. Okay, in order to log in this portal, in both portals, you need to use your domain credentials. So it's the credentials that you use to access your own computers. Okay. So in this training session, there are a lot of instructions that I need to provide you. First one, and maybe the most important, is how to submit an incident. Okay. Then, how can you view the opened, resolved, and closed incidents? Okay. How to search for an incident? Okay. Then, all these 3 options, the first ones are related with the end user. Then, the approver needs to approve the record or to delegate approvals. And maybe the most extensive instruction here will be how to resolve the incident. In the end, I'll show you how to validate the incident solution. Okay. So let's move to the live presentation. So here you should insert your username and your password, and then press the login button. Okay. So this is what you're going to see after logging in the system. The first thing you'll see is the system bulletin. Okay, this is very important. Why? Let's say, for example, that you have a major incident here in KCB. For example, T24 is down. That will impact the entire organization. So the administrators of the tool will be able to come here and to insert here some important information that will be available for all the users, saying, for example, that currently T24 is down. We are working on it. We expect to resolve this incident within 2 hours. So if you are coming here to log that incident, maybe you might not want to log it because you already know that someone is working on it. Okay, this is intended to provide users with the proper information and to avoid situations where you have 100 or 200 incidents being submitted and related with the same issue. Okay. So I think that this will decrease the number of incidents, or at least the duplicated incidents. So here in the left part of the screen, you have all the options that you can use as an end user or as an approver. First one is how can you submit an incident. Second one, order from catalog. Here you will be using this option to order service requests or to submit a change request. Then you have 3 options to view incidents. To view all open incidents, resolved incidents, and closed incidents. The next 3 options will be similar, but to view service catalog interactions. Okay, view the opened, resolved, and closed catalog interactions. Then you have an option to search in the knowledge base. Okay, maybe you should search the knowledge base before submitting an incident, because the answer can be in the knowledge base. Then you have an option to find a record based on different criteria. For example, the incident ID, the time it was opened, for example, and a lot of criteria. If you are an approver, you should come here to this option to approve a record or to delegate an approval. And in the end, you'll have this option called System Bulletin that will show you exactly this screen, okay, and an option to log out to the system. You can log out here, or you can log out here in this option in the top right corner. Okay, so let's start our real training. Okay, in the tool. So first option here is to submit an incident. I'll select this option. And this is the form that you'll need to populate. Let me just collapse this menu here, okay, so we can have some more space. So, first thing here is the identification of the person who's going to submit the incident. The first field is the service recipient. This field is automatically populated with your user. And as you can see, this field is grayed out, so you cannot change it. It will be always attached or linked to your user. Okay. Then you have the primary contact that by default is populated with your user too, but this can be changed. For example, imagine that your colleague is not able to log in the system or his laptop is not working. So you can create an incident on behalf of another person. So you just need to come here to delete this user and to add the other person. Okay, so in this case it's you who will submit the incident, but on behalf of another person. Okay, but usually you will submit for yourself. Okay. Third option or third field here is the Cisco phone. So you should insert your Cisco phone here. So maybe the operators will contact you if they have if they need some important information. Okay. Down here we have fields to identify your department. So the information from people is coming from the Active Directory, your repository with information of every employee of KCB. But currently the Active Directory does not have a matched or a link between the person and the department. Okay, so you need to come here when submitting an incident and to identify your department. Why do you need to identify your department? Because Attached to the department, you will have the approver. Okay, in this case, the head of department. So when identifying your department, the system will be able to automatically pick the corresponding head of department. Okay. So how are the departments organized? Okay, in the previous tool, you had a list of all the departments in the bank, but that's hard to identify your own department. So you need to fill the first field here called division, that will have a list of the major departments, the branches, and the subsidiaries. Okay, so this will be easier for you to identify where do you belong. For example, let's select this one, KCB Information Technology. And inside Information Technology, you'll have a list of all the units and all the departments that are inside Information Technology. For example, let's select Service Delivery. So when you select Service Delivery, you see that the approver, or the head of department in this case, was automatically picked. Okay? Since we have only one approver for internal departments, that is the head of department, the system will automatically pick them. But let's say, for example, that we belong to a subsidiary. For example, Tanzania. As you can see, the approval was not automatically picked. Why? Because there are two different people here that can approve, the branch manager and the SQC manager. So in those cases, you need to come here and to insert who is going to approve this record. Okay? For example, the first one. Let me just remove this because I need to insert a test department here. Okay, this testing department, and the approver is one of my users, so I can show you the rest of the features of the tool. So down here we have another field called urgency. The urgency is used to show how is this incident impacting you. So there are 4 levels here. The first one, or the most critical one, is I cannot work, and the less urgent here is for I can work. Okay. For example, imagine that your laptop is not working. In that case, you should select the first one, I cannot work. But imagine that only your mouse is not working. So in that case, you can work maybe with major issues, maybe with minor issues. Okay. If, for example, you have 2 displays, but one is not working, then of course that you can work, that is not very urgent. So you should select this option, I can work. Okay. The urgency will then be multiplied, or in this case, it will be the product between the urgency and another field called impact will provide the priority of the record. Okay. But I will show you, or I will talk with that when we enter in the operators portal. Okay. So here we identified who's requesting this incident, what's the department and of that person and the corresponding approver, what's the urgency, and right now we need to identify the categorization of that incident. Okay. So there are 3 fields, 3 levels of categorization. The first one is called service. Okay. When you press this button here called the fill button, you'll see a list of all the different services that are provided and that can have issues. Okay. For example, let's scroll to the next page. Let's select, for example, T24. Okay. After selecting the service, we will move automatically to the second categorization level, that is called service offering. So inside T24, we have a lot of different categorizations. We have issues related with ATM cards, with credit loans, with deposits, with the teller, direct debit. Well, we have a lot of different categorizations. Let's, for example, select the checkbook. Okay, inside checkbook, we enter the third level, that is called the service issue. This is the level where all the issues are stored. Okay, so in this case, if you want to open an incident related with T24 and checkbook, you have two different types of issues: checkbook order issue or stop payment stop check issue. Okay, so let's just open this one, select this one. Okay, after this training session, you can just explore and see what different kinds of issues we have here in the tool. Okay. So after this, you should insert here a title, for example, checkbook issue, and then insert a description. There is a problem with the checkbook. Okay, you should provide some more details. This is just a training session, so I will not write a lot of information here. Okay. When needed, you can add some files, some attachments. For example, just press here this option, add files, and let me select something from my desktop. For example, this option here. It's my boarding ticket. So in this case, it was not possible to attach. Why? Because this PDF file was, or the attachment file was not allowed. Okay, so the system is configured to allow only some extensions of files. Of course, that PDF is allowed. I just configured the system in order to not allow this extension for you to see it. Okay, if you want, you can remove the attachment here and try to submit another one. For example, this one. Okay, this one is allowed. Okay, there is a list of allowed extensions that I can provide you later. Okay. So after all the information is filled, you just need to submit. Okay, you press submit and the incident will be created. As you can see here, you have the identification of the incident. It's called SD11157. Okay, let's close this notification. If you want to see that notification again, just come here to the top right corner to this icon called messages. You press it and you'll see all the messages that you received. Okay. So we already created the incident. This is what end users do usually. Now, as an end user, you can check what's happening with your incident. So just need to come here to this option called View Open Incidents. You press this and you'll see the list of all the incidents that were created or that you submitted. Okay, only by your user. So you'll scroll down and here it is, your incident. Okay, just open it and you'll see here a list, a form with the details of your incident. Okay, the interaction ID, the contact and the Cisco phone, the department and the approver, the title, the description, the categorization, and the phase of the workflow. So we know that currently this record is in the approval phase. Okay, you can scroll down and open this tab called workflow, and you'll see here the workflow of your incident. And you can see now that the incident is in the approval phase. Okay, the phase or the box that is in green, it's the current one. It's where the incident is. So it's currently in the approval phase. So you know that this person here, this user, is the one who needs to approve this. Okay. So at this point we will move to the self-service portal, but with the account of this approver, so I can show you how to approve the record. Okay. So right now I will log out and I will log in again as the approver. So this approver has some more options here, okay, because this approver is an administrator of the tool, but all the end users will see the options that I showed you before. So, as an approver, you will receive an email notification, and the first thing that you need to do when logging in the system is to open this option called Approver Record. After opening that option, you'll see a list called Approval Inbox. This is the list of all the records that need your approval. We are talking here about incidents, we are talking about service catalog interactions and change requests. Okay. So as you can see, currently I have in this case 27 records to approve. Okay, so I'll try to identify the record that was created. It's this one, SD11157. Okay, this is the ID. You have here the title of the incident. Okay, the person who requested it and the current phase in the workflow. Okay, so currently the approver has two options: to view the details of this incident in order to assess if he can or cannot approve this, or if he already has all the information, he just needs to approve or to deny it. Okay, so in order to approve, the approver just needs to press this option here called approve, and the record will be automatically approved. If he wants to deny it, he should press the deny button. Okay. In order to deny, the approver needs to insert a reason to reject. For example, it's a financial reason, it's not aligned with the strategy, you have insufficient information, okay, and then to insert a comment, okay, saying that this incident cannot be should be rejected because it's not aligned with our current strategy, or because we don't have the necessary funds to take care of it. Okay, and after having all that information filled, you should press this option here or the OK button. But let's face it, usually the approver doesn't have the necessary knowledge on the incident, because there's a lot of incidents that they need to approve. So he will press this option called view, and he will be able to view the details of this incident. Okay, as you can see, all the fields are grayed out. Okay, because the approver cannot change this information. The only person that can change some of this information here is the person who submitted the incident. Okay, that's why, if you remember in the previous form, when we were seeing the interaction through the end user account, some of the fields could be edited. Right now, we cannot edit anyone. So the approver comes here, he can check all the information, the title, the description, all the attachments that are here, okay, he can see the workflow again, okay. So he has here in the bottom of the form, he has three options. First one is to approve. Okay, let's say he has four options. The first one is to back, so he will go back to the approval inbox. He can approve, he can deny the record, or he can request some more information. Okay, because sometimes the approver does not have all the knowledge to approve or to deny the incident. So he should come here and press this option, request information, and insert a question or some remarks to the end user. For example, please update the description with some more details. Okay, and he will press finish. Okay, so there's a notification sent to the requester, okay, to this contact, to this person here, saying that please update the incident, okay, and he will receive that remark too, saying that he needs to insert some more information, okay. So by this time, the approver, the end user received that notification. He was able to come here to the system, update with all the necessary information. The moment he updates, the approver will receive a notification saying that the record was updated. Please approve or deny it. Okay. So at that time, the approver comes here again, reviews all the information, and he will be able to approve or to deny the record. For this example, let's just approve it, okay, because we want to proceed in the workflow. So let's press this option here called approve, and our incident was updated, okay. And as you can see right now, we have 26 records to be approved. We don't have 27, because since we approved that incident, the incident was removed from this list. Okay, here this list will only contain all the records that need your assistance, that need to be approved or denied by you. Okay, so this is the only thing that the approver needs to do. Okay, so let's just log out and let's log in again as the end user, and let's see what's happening with our incident. Okay, so let's choose the same option, view open incident. Okay, let's scroll down, and right now we can see that the status of our incident is categorized. So let's just open this. And right now we cannot change any information, okay? But let's see, for example, that there are some more fields here populated. The assignment group was automatically populated. So this group is populated according to the service issue. Okay, usually it's the IT call center. So at this point, this team received a notification saying that incident SD11157 was assigned to your group. So all the members will know that this incident is assigned to that group. Okay. In the workflow, we are currently in the categorization phase. So if you remember from the beginning of our training session, it's time now for the operator to log in the system and to start working on the incident. Okay. So let's log in as an operator. Okay. And let's start solving the incident. Okay. So this is the way the operator's portal looks. So here in the left you have all the different modules of the tool: change management, configuration, knowledge, problem, service desk. This is the module where all the incidents are stored. Okay, so you might want to use this one. Here in the center of the page you have what is called the to-do list. This is very important. Okay, so here you have all the records that are assigned to you or to your teams. Currently, the view that we have selected is my to-do list. Okay, so currently I can see that all of these records are assigned to my user. Okay, we are talking about a lot of records, more than 50. Okay, they are ordered by priority. Okay, you can order by another field. Just press this option here. Okay, and the order will change. Okay, you can order by status, for example. Okay, it's very easy. So these ones are assigned to you, but imagine that you don't have any record here. You can pick some records that are assigned to your groups. So just come here and select this view called My Groups To Do List, and you'll see all the records that are assigned to your group. For example, these records here are assigned to my user. Okay, these ones here are not assigned yet to a particular operator. Okay, this one is assigned to a person that belongs to one of my groups. Okay, so let's try to identify. Let's order by ID. Let's try to identify our incident. It's not in this page, so let's move to the other one. Here it is. Okay, the incident is not yet fully categorized. So let's just open this and start categorizing it. So as an operator, I can update the record, of course. So I'm in the categorization phase. I want, first of all, to fill all to populate all the fields with this red star. This means that the fields are mandatory. So I'll come here and I will insert the impact. So if you remember, the urgency here is the way this incident is impacting you or is affecting you, and this one is the way this incident will affect the organization. It will affect the whole enterprise or the whole company, or it will affect only a particular user. Okay, let's say for example that this one will affect multiple users. Okay, after saving the record, the priority will be automatically populated. Okay, because the priority is populated when you have both fields with information and according to a particular calculation method. Okay, so right now we have two options. If I think that I'm able to, me or another person of my team, this team, if we think that if I think that I'm able to resolve this, so I can come here and assign myself. I can write my name, for example, Falcon, and the system will auto-complete that. Or I can press this option here called the field, and I'll see a list of all the members of my team. Okay, and here I can pick my name. Okay, so if I submit to work in progress, I will start working in this incident. Okay, but sometimes IT call center will just IT call center will only work as a relay. They will receive the incidents and they will forward it to another team. In order to reassign it, you just need to come here to delete the assignment group, press that button, and you'll see here a list of all the groups that are in the tool. Okay. For example, let's say that we need to forward this to, let's say, the credit operation unit. Okay. So at this point, I will not move it to the work in progress phase. Okay, because there's no one here yet assigned. Okay, so I will save and the record will be assigned to this team. Then someone from this team can come here and say that I will take care of this, or the team leader will assign the record to an operator, to a member of that team. Okay. So in order for us to continue, let's just pick the IT call center team. The assignee will be the Falcon, and let's just press save. Let's not yet move to the work in progress, just to show you what's happening. Okay, the record was saved. And the priority now was populated. Okay. Oh, I told you that I will just press save and not the submit to work in progress. But what happened here? Simple. That was a rule placed here in the system that when you have an assignee, a particular person assigned to the record, then the workflow will move automatically to the work in progress phase. Okay. You have that option, or you can press the submit to work in progress in order to move to that phase. Okay, there are two ways to achieve the same behavior. Okay, so at this point we have SLAs running. Okay, the SLAs can be seen here in this tab called SLT. SLT meaning service level target. Okay, so we have here one SLA related with the priority, with issued priority, that is running and that will expire on this date. Okay. When the SLA expires, when the SLA is breached, then the manager of the team, of this team, of IT call center, will receive an email notification. This is how the system will escalate this, okay? By sending an email to the manager, to the senior manager, okay? So right now, my user here, my operator is working. So I will start investigating this, but let's face it, only with this description, I will not be able to come here to do that kind of investigation. So I need to request some more information to the end user. So I'll press this option here in the top menu called Request Information. Okay, and I will add some description here, a remark or a question saying, what is your real issue? Can you describe it better? And I will press finish. And right now, an email notification was sent to that end user. And as you can see in the workflow, the record moved to the suspended phase. And the SLA is in the status achieved, okay? Meaning that it was not breached, meaning that it is currently suspended, okay? As you can see, there is no expiration date because the SLA is not working at the moment. Okay. So at this moment, the end user received a notification saying that he needs to update this record. Okay. So if the end user needs 1 week to come here to provide that information, well, there's no problem. The operator will not be penalized, okay, because the SLA is not running. Okay, so at this point it's a concern of the end user to provide the necessary information so that the operator can continue working. Okay, there are two ways to continue working here. First one is that the end user will go to the system, will update the system with more information, and the record will automatically move to the work in progress phase. Or let's say, for example, that the operator just picked the phone and made a call to the end user requesting for that information. In that case, the operator can come here and press this button called Submit Work in Progress. Okay, and the record will then will move to the work in progress phase, and the SLA will start counting. Okay. So let's press this option here, Submit Work in Progress. So let's say that the end user provided the necessary information by phone, and as you can see, the phase moved automatically to the work in progress phase. And the SLA is now working, it's now counting. Okay. This is very useful in order not to penalize the operators when the end user does not provide information in a valid time period. Okay. So the operator now has all the necessary information to investigate and to resolve the incident. Okay. Let's say that he already performed those operations, so he wants to mark this as resolved. In order to do it, the operator needs to insert here the solution. Let's say, for example, I started the system. Please check if the issue is resolved. Okay, and he will press this option called resolve. So the interaction was updated and the workflow is now in the review phase. Okay, the SLA is suspended. Okay, because it's resolved, let's not penalize the operator again. It will be currently active if the end user denies the solution. So right now, let's move to the self-service portal and let's approve or to deny this solution. Okay. So I was logged out due to a session timeout. Let me just provide you here some important information. So currently the system has what is called an inactivity timer that will drop your connection if you are idle for 10 minutes. Okay, this will prevent that users log in the system in the beginning of the day and stay here consuming a license, because licenses in the system are not unlimited, so you don't want to consume licenses and not being working in the system. So KCB Service Manager will drop your connection if you are not doing anything for 10 minutes. So let's log in again. And right now, since the incident is resolved, I'll press this option here called View Resolved Incidents. And as you can see, the incident is here with the status resolved. Okay, so I'll press the incident, I'll check it. Okay, for example, I can check the solution. I restarted the system. Please check if the issue is resolved. Okay, so I will check, but I'll see that no, the incident remains. So I have the option to deny the solution. If everything is okay, I can accept. But let's say that the solution is not working, so I will deny this. And I will say that I tried, but I cannot access the system. Please review it. And I will finish. So as you can see, the workflow moved again to the work in progress phase. The operator was notified by email that the solution was rejected, so he needs to come here and redo the investigation. The SLT or the SLA is running again, okay? And the status of the record is rejected, okay? So let's move again to the operators portal. I'll select my to-do list because the record was assigned to me. Let's see where it is. Let's refresh it. Oh, I cannot find it. Might be in the second page, or maybe not. The third one? Second. The idea was 1-1. My to-do list. With Falcon, let's try to find it again. SD. Let's try like this. Service desk, search incidents, and let's press the SD 11157. Yes, here it is. Okay. 11157. It's currently assigned to Falcon, so I should be able to find it here. SD 11157. Here it is. Okay. I was not seeing it. Okay. So I can, for example, open it again. So this operator received the email notification. He needs to come here and to redo the investigation and resolution. After the incident is resolved, he can update the solution. For example, update. I needed to configure a parameter in file abc.xml. Please test it again. And he will resolve this. So the record is resolved again. The SLA is suspended. Okay. So the end user will receive again a notification. So we will come here to the view resolved incidents, open the incident again, and we will see here in the solution that there's an update here. So I will test again, and I will see that, okay, this is fine, the solution is okay. So I will accept. Again, I will remember you that if you don't accept or deny the solution after 3 days, 3 days after the record is resolved, then it will be automatically closed. Okay? Because if you are not giving any kind of feedback, it means that everything is okay. So you will accept the solution, and you'll see here a screen called solution rating. Okay, so here you can rate not only the solution but the quality of the intervention. Okay, the default level here is satisfied, meaning that you are satisfied with this intervention, but you can be very satisfied or not satisfied. Okay, so how can you accept the solution and be not satisfied? It's very easy. Let's see, for example, that you submitted an incident saying that you cannot access your email account. Okay. Now imagine that it took 3 weeks to solve this incident. Okay. After 3 weeks, you received an email notification saying that your incident is resolved. You tested it, and yes, it's resolved. And right now, you can access your email account. But let's say 3 weeks, it's a lot of time. So you are not satisfied with this. So you will select this option called not satisfied, and you will be, it is mandatory to insert a remark. So you'll say that it took a lot of time to resolve this. Okay. So you will provide the system with your feedback regarding the quality of this intervention. Let's say, for example, that you submitted the same incident, but after 5 minutes, only 5 minutes, you received the notification saying that the record is resolved or the incident is resolved. So you'll be very satisfied. Okay, it is not mandatory to insert a remark, but in that case, you can say that the operator solved my incident very fast. Thanks for your help. Okay, and you press finish to submit or in order to close the incident. Right now the phase is closure, the workflow is closed, okay? The SLTs, the service level agreement is achieved, it's finished. This was the expiration time, okay? And here in the summary, you'll see that this is the solution rating. It's very satisfied, and some remarks saying that the operator solved the incident very fast. Okay, so these can be used in the future to make to generate some quality reports and to assess if what is the perception of this service from the point of view of the customers. Okay. So at this point, we were able to submit the incident, approve it, and resolve it. Okay. Before we finish this training session, let me just show you some more important features here that I was not able to show you. First one, search in the knowledge base. As I told you before, you should search in the knowledge base before submitting an incident because the issue that you are trying to solve might be already documented in the knowledge base. Let's say, for example, that you are not being able to log or to access the internet. So you come here and you can insert here some search criteria saying internet. Okay, you can search here for I cannot access internet and press search. There are 11 documents found that are related with internet. Okay, the documents are ordered by relevancy. Okay, this is something that is computed automatically by KCB Service Manager based on the search criteria and the body of these knowledge articles. For example, if you see here, you have this article saying how to access internet. So this might be useful for you before submitting the incident. So just press here to open this, and you see here a question: how do I access internet? And then an answer. Okay, go to the favorites tab and type the URL something. Okay, so let's say that you perform this procedure and right now you were able to log or to access the internet. So as you can see, there wasn't the need to create the incident, and your issue was solved in the moment with this information. Okay. Right now, the knowledge base only contains 24 articles, but it will be populated with more and more knowledge articles coming from different departments, okay, and from different teams, okay. Second thing here, how to find the records. So I showed you that you can come here and view the open incidents, the resolved incidents, and even the closed ones, okay. As you can see, you can open the incident that we created that is now in this option, the view closed incidents. But imagine that you want to search by different criteria. You can come here to this option, find the record, and insert here the ID. Let's try to find the one that we created, SD11157. And you press search. No interactions found. Why? Because the status is open. And if you remember, our incident is closed. So you can come here and select closed, or you can select both. So it can search in both status, open and closed. So you search, and here you have your incident. Let's say that you want to search for SD111 and you don't remember the rest. You can search, and you'll see here a list of all the incidents that start with SD111 something. Okay. You can search by the time it was open, the contact. So let's say that it was opened by my user, ITSM service account. You can search by your own, and you'll search. And here are all the incidents that were submitted by my user. Okay. And as you can see, there are a lot of different criteria here to search. You can use the open date and the close date that are very useful. Okay. More important features here. delegate approvals. So sometimes the head of departments are in a business trip. Okay, they will be away from the office for 2 or 3 days. They are on leave for 2 weeks, so they should delegate approvals in another user. So that's very simple. They just need to come here to this option called Delegate Approval and add a new delegation. Okay. So they can delegate all the approvals or they can delegate selected ones. Let's say, for example, select this one that is more complex. When you select delegate just some approvals or the selected ones, this means that you can delegate change management approvals or incident and service catalog interaction approvals. Okay, so let's imagine that you just want to delegate these ones, the incidents, because change management is more it's more urgent or more as a higher level of priority. So you will be the person approving that, or imagine that you want to delegate that in a different person. Okay, so you selected the module, you press next, you press this option, this arrow here to move this record from left to right. This will move your operator, saying that you want to delegate approvals of that operator. You move next and you have this screen here where you will decide. You will delegate this in whom. For example, if you press this option here, you'll see a list of all the people that can be delegated. Let's select, for example, this person. And the delegation will be valid from, for example, from next Monday, valid till the other Friday, okay, from 20 to 24 July. And then you press next. And the delegation approval record is created. So this means that this user, ITSM_SVC, is delegating all the incidents and interactions approvals in this user during this period. Okay, you can have here multiple delegations for the same period. Okay, and the period can be 10 years, 20 years. Okay, the time you want. Okay, so this is very useful, and the person approving should create this delegation record. Otherwise, there's no one else that can do this kind of delegation. Okay. So more things here will be showed in the operators portal. So let me just go to my to-do list and to pick an incident. An incident that is rejected, for example. Rejected, this one. This one, rejected. So this one was rejected, meaning that the end user reviewed it, okay, and the solution was not okay. What I want you to show here is how, for example, to solve this based on a search in the knowledge base. You press this option called More, and you press this option here called Search Knowledge Base. And the search will be automatic based on the title of the incident. So let's go back. Or in this case, in the description. Let's say, for example, I cannot access the intranet. And let's update this. Okay, it's updated. And now let's put the same information here in the title. And let's just delete this solution. Okay, so we are in the work in progress phase. Let's move this to the in progress. And imagine that the operator just received this incident right now, and before investigation, he will search in the knowledge base. Okay, you press the more, search knowledge, and I cannot access the internet. Okay, so as you can see here, this option called Search In will search in different knowledge bases. The first one is the knowledge library. This one will contain items that are loaded with information. Okay. Then we have the known errors and interactions. Okay. These knowledge libraries or these knowledge bases will be automatically populated with the different records that are created in the tool. For example, all the incidents that are resolved will populate the interactions knowledge base. And all the known errors that are generated in problem management will populate this knowledge base. Okay, that's why here you have 97 records to be searched. Okay, it's more than the ones that are in the self-service. In the self-service portal, end users cannot search by interactions or by known errors. They can only search in the knowledge library. Okay, so imagine that the end user saw that, yes, this one, let's open this one. Yes, this one is the one that I need. Okay, so this answer is the solution to that instance. So he can use this solution, press use solution, and the solution will be copied to the solution record. Okay, so I think that this is very useful because this will allow you to decrease the time needed to solve the incident. Okay, let's, for example, do the same search knowledge base, but let's just search in the interactions library. Okay, here you only have interactions that are closed or resolved. Let's open the first one, and this is the form that you'll see: the categorization, the ticket status, the group that was assigned, the description, and the solution. Okay, here you can use the solution again, same as in the other record. Just press this option, use solution, and the solution will be populated automatically. Okay, very easy. Last thing that I want to show you here is how to resolve multiple incidents at once. Okay, so okay, let's say for example that there's a major incident here saying that T24 is down. So there's a lot of people creating the same incident. Okay, so you can assume that there is a parent incident. Let's say that it's this one, and that you have multiple child incidents or children, sorry, incidents that are related with that parent. So how do you create that kind of relationship? So you need to come here to this related records tab, and in the link type you select this one, parent of interactions. So here you are saying that this record will be the parent, and then you choose this option called link existing record, because you are linking with records that are already in the tool. Okay, so you press this option, link existing records, and if you know the ID, you can press the ID here. If not, you can search. Let's just search based on the status. No, let's just make a search. And let's insert this one because it's already in progress. Okay, let's just search this one. So the record is linked, and let's link another one. So right now we have two records that are associated with our parent. So we can check the details of these ones. Just press the ID. And if you come here to the related records, you see that the type of relationship is child of interactions. Okay, so this record, this one here, is child of this one. Okay, so with this kind of relationships, what we are doing here is that when we resolve the parent, the child records will be resolved too. Okay, this will prevent those situations where you need to be copy pasting the solution to a lot of records in order to resolve them. Okay, so let me just save this record. Falcon, okay. And right now the record is reviewed, okay. It's in the review phase, so meaning that it's resolved. So let's see our related records. This one is reviewed, but this one is suspended. I don't know why it is suspended. Let's move here again. It's because this assignment group or this assignee are not valid, so it was moved to the suspended phase automatically. Okay, let's move this again to the work in progress phase. Let me just update it here. IT call center. This will be Falcon. Oops, Falcon, and save. Okay, let's just cancel this. Who submitted this? IT service account. Is this ID? So what I'm doing here is just I'm coming here to deny the solution. So I can show you this again. I'm sorry. I will deny the solution. Not working. So I will finish. Okay, this one is work in progress. The other one is already resolved. So here, sorry. So we have one in the review phase, it's already resolved, so this one needs to be reviewed by the person who submitted it, okay? And the other one is in the work in progress. So I will resolve this one again with this solution and let's see what's happening to that one. I hope it will move to the review phase. So as you can see, it moved to the review phase right now. And if you open these records, you see that the solution was copied from the parent record to the child record. Okay, let's see the same information for the other record. And here it is, the solution was copied. So imagine that you have 100 records, you just need to resolve one and all the other ones will be resolved. Okay, this will be very useful for you in the future. Last thing, right now it will be the last one. The system comes with some built-in, let's say, dashboards or reports. They are very simple. In order to see them, you just come here to this option called Dashboard. And in the top, you'll select the dashboards that are created. For example, let's see this one called Service Desk Overview. It's an overview of the incidents. Okay. There are dashboards for the different modules here. These dashboards will only be accessible from the operator's portal. Okay, so the end users will not be able to see this. So as you can see here, we have here an incident backlog saying that there are 50 open incidents. Okay, incidents breaching with SLA breaching within 1 day. We don't have anyone. Okay, then we have created incidents by phase. Okay, with all the different phases. If you want, for example, you can come here and say that there are 14 within the approval phase. So let's see which ones. You just press here and you'll see a list of all the incidents that are waiting for an approval. Another KPI here showing the breached incidents by category and subcategory. Okay. And in the bottom you have open incidents by priority. Okay, there are 28 without priority. It's 56%. Okay, and here you have a fulfilled and aborted incidents within this half year. Okay, most of them are fulfilled. Okay. If you need additional reports with some more details, you should contact the person responsible for KCB Service Manager and ask him for that kind of information. Okay. So I hope you enjoyed this training session. If you have any question regarding this, please direct all your questions to Matthew Muendwa. Okay, so he will be able to assist you with your questions or with your issues. Okay, thank you for your time. I hope you had enjoyed it. Bye bye.